let's bring in Fox News contributor Liz Peek. I'm so glad you're here to react to this. I think back to 2020. Hunter Biden, laptop story, suppressed. I think Donald Trump would have won the election had that not happened. So we see this and we say to ourselves, here we are, just outside of an election. Is big tech suppressing, can we trust them?
We cannot trust them, of course. And they're in the Democrats' corner, even though Joe Biden hired Lena Khan, a fervent anti-big tech person, to run the FTC, and she's trying to break up all these big companies. I mean, there are about 10 reasons why they shouldn't be backing a Democrat candidate, but they are, and it shows up in all kinds of places. It's a horrifying thing. But who asks a robot how to vote? Yeah. I mean, that is also staggering, right?
Oh, I want to ask you about one of the big issues. It's the border. It came up last night at Kamala Harris's CNN town hall. Listen to how she responded.
You're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense, because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
So she wants him to do the wall, or didn't want him to do the wall? She wants to do the wall?
I don't know.
You get the job of teasing all that out, Liz. What'd she say?
Well, she doesn't know. What she wants to know is, what do the people in the audience think? What's the best poll-tested answer to this question? Because honestly, it turns out in this election that this candidate has no convictions at all. I mean, I think that's really a sad thing. If she does, they're too horrendous to reveal to the voting public, which I think is part of her problem. She is a far-left San Francisco Democrat. That's what she was in 2019, not that far ago, long ago. And that's who she is. So she is burdened, to use her word, with this terrible burden of not being able to tell the truth about herself and her views. So
there's a really interesting report that New York City is now giving migrants, and what they are saying, their idea of doing a one-way ticket back down to Texas. And it's alleviating some of the pressure that we have in New York City. But do you buy that?
I think that's ridiculous. What about a one-way ticket back to South America or Central America or Mexico? I mean, wouldn't that be a little more effective? Actually, look, everyone's sort of, these poor migrants in some ways, they're being shipped here and shipped there in order to get better photo ops for the incumbent Kamala Harris, who was meant to do something about immigration. This is a horror show on so many different levels, but that's just one of them. It's the money, though, that's grabbing taxpayers now and voters. And I think people are wising up that this is not a free lunch.
Oh, yeah. No, people feel it in their pocketbooks, and that's when they start to all of a sudden wake up. Liz Peek, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you, Liz.